Brian Lehrer on WNYC. And after all the serious stuff today, we're going to end maybe a little lighter. We had so much fun during the membership drive, ending the show each day talking about the many and varied pets that people share their lives with, and apartments and homes. And we heard about cats and dogs, reptiles, birds, fish, rabbits with Amy Sedaris, even rats. But we didn't have time in those short membership drive format segments for calls. So we thought we would extend the fun by one day, and in our last 10 or 12 minutes or so, invite your calls about your pet and what makes them special. And that can be especially wonderful things or especially challenging things, hopefully more of the former. But in 30 seconds or less, tell us something about your pet. What makes them especially wonderful and lovable, or what makes them especially difficult? Or you can give us one of each. 212-433-WNYC, 212-433-9692. If you were meeting a stranger on the street and you said, my dog, my cat, my gecko, whatever it is, she's so, what would it be? 212-433-WNYC, 212-433-9692. Call or text. Did your pet save your life, like happened with the doggist, our first guest in the series? Did your pet eat your homework, like for real, not just as the classic excuse to the teacher? Did your pet chew through your baseboards, like Amy Sedaris told us her rabbits tried to do? Did your cat bring you a mouse? I once had a cat who did that. Or maybe your pet is a mouse. Did you make friends or find a significant other thanks to your pet? Great conversation starter when you're walking a dog, right? Do they make you laugh? Do they wake you up at night? Or do they wake you up to the natural world and change your perspective? One quick thought about your pet, whatever that pet is. 212-433-WNYC. Call or text 212-433-9692, and we'll end the week this way. We'll take your calls and text right after this. Brian Lehrer on WNYC. Okay, your one quick thought about your pet. And we have to start with Jesse in Brooklyn. Jesse, you're on WNYC. Hi.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm calling to tell you a little tidbit about our cat who lived to be 18 years old, Loopy. He's no longer with us, but my husband and I taught him to use a bathroom. So we got him when he was about 6 months old, and somebody had told me about it, or I'd seen it in the pet store, and it was like a $7 kit of like a little how to train your cat to use the toilet, and it worked. And then we ended up like never buying litter in his basically 18 years of life. It was kind of amazing. And in a New York City apartment, that was like a big deal. No lugging litter up
How exactly does a cat use a toilet?
It's kind of what is the process to teach them?
No, does the cat jump up on the seat?
Yeah, they just jump up on the seat. You teach them to think of the toilet bowl as their litter box, and they learn to balance, and it's kind of extraordinary. And the first time it really worked, my husband and I, 20 years ago, looked at each other because we're like, oh my gosh, someone is using the toilet, and we're both in the kitchen. Who's in our house? And then we realized, the cat's doing it. So
the ultimate cat story. Jesse, thank you very much. Sam in Park Slope, you're on WNYC. Hi, Sam.
Hi, I'm calling to talk about my rabbit, Stuart. He's almost 10. He's a white California Himalayan mix. My girlfriend adopted him about 10 years ago. And he's just the sweetest rabbit. Really makes our life so much happier.
Sam, thank you. Here's some texts. One is hilarious. I don't even know if I believe it. Our dog, Barkley, will sing along with the Brian Lehrer theme song. He also does the same for All Things Considered theme. I'd love to put his singing voice on your show sometime. So, call in. We should definitely allow A dog to sing the Brian Lehrer Show theme going into at least one segment. Somebody else writes with a dog story. My dog, Birdie, a dog named Birdie, did save my life from a gas leak in my apartment. 2 years later, I found my birth grandmother, and her name was Birdie. Ooh, no, 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 right? But wow, how about that? Saving your life story, and then your birth grandmother turns out to have the same name as something you named your dog. Sally in Manhattan, you're on WNYC. Hi, Sally.
Hi. I have two 18-year-old cats. They're litter mates. They've been together from when they were rescued from the street by a rescue organization. One, Cynthia, and the other is Murray, and they both answer to their name. They don't always come, but they lift their heads, and Murray doesn't lift his head to Cynthia, and Cynthia doesn't lift her head to Murray.
So, they recognize
yes.
their names. Smarter than we think. How about Allison in Mattatuck? You're on WNYC. Hi, Allison.
Hi, Brian. How are you?
I'm okay. How's your cat?
Great. My cat is almost 3 years old. His name is Billy Ray Valentine, and the thing I love about him the most is that he, when you walk in the door, rolls right over like a dog and waits for you to pet him. But the thing that annoys me the most about him is that, and I've never had a cat ruin furniture ever, but most of our house is decorated with stuff we found at like estate sales and garage sales. And we'd have one piece of furniture that was like an antique fainting couch. It's like a chaise lounge. And I actually bought fabric and recovered it. And he uses it as his favorite scratching post and has destroyed it, which I couldn't look at him for 2 days.
Oh, Allison, thank you. Thank you very much. Listener writes, a jumping spider moved into our house and made a home on our windowsill about a month ago. I consider her the house pet, in addition to our cat, and take videos of her being cute almost every morning. So different from what a lot of people would do with a spider that suddenly appeared on your windowsill, right? Listener writes, our dog, no, I did that one already. This one, where'd it go? The one about the Chihuahua. Here it is. My Chihuahua mix, Ozzy, likes to go for 100-block walks. We once walked from 110th Street to 10th Street. He's 20 pounds. Kelly in Park Slope, you're on WNYC. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, thank you so much. I just wanted to share that I have the world's goodest girl. Her name is Star. She's a dog. And sometimes when we're walking, she will fixate on a person on the street, and we just cannot move on with our lives until she says hi. And she has an amazing track record of people saying, I really was hoping to pet a dog. I'm having a terrible day, or I just lost a pet. This has made my day. And it's just a reminder that animals, they sense things and they know things that we don't know. And I'm so grateful for them.
Kelly, thank you very much for that. Amanda in Williamsburg, you're on WNYC. Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Brian. Longtime listener, first-time caller. I'm calling from Williamsburg, Brooklyn, where I live with my three-legged cat. Her name is Twiggy. She is an 8-year-old rescue who was found stuck in a fence here in Williamsburg and rescued by the amazing folks at PS9 Pets on North 9. She's doing great now, and she has her own Instagram. If anyone wants to follow, you can find her at Tripod Twiggy.
Tripod Twiggy, the three-legged cat. Amanda, thank you very much. Oh, here's one about a fish. Listener writes, I love my giant albino gourami fish. Am I saying that right? Gourami, named Andre. He is 22 inches, and basically he loves pets. I think this is a misspelling. I guess he likes pats on the head. I think this is saying the fish named Andre, 22 inches, and likes being patted on the head. Okay. Well, guess what? That's where we have to leave it. Thank you for your quick stories about all kinds of your pets. And that's the Brian Lehrer Show for today. Produced by Mary Croak. Lisa Allison, Amina Cerna, Carl Boisrand, and Esperanza Rosenbaum. Zach Goddard-Cohen produces our daily politics podcast. Megan Ryan is the head of live radio. We had Matt Morando at the audio controls today. Milton Ruiz, too. Thanks again to everybody who contributed during the membership drive. Brian Lara on WNYC. Stay tuned for all of it.